no education, no training, and no job. That's the reality for 1 in 10 youth in the Greater Toronto and Hamilton area.
A report released today says the cost of that could fall on the taxpayers. Right now, 83,000 youth between the ages of 15 and 24 are unemployed and not in any sort of education or training program. An estimate pegs the lifetime cost of that on society at about $1 million per youth. Stephen D'Souza now with how the corporate community is being asked to ease the strain on our system.
Just the basic facts. Can you show me where it hurts?
Coming from a home filled with verbal and physical abuse, Jesse Brophy finds it hard to hold down a steady job.
A lot of people actually, because of that, find me a little bit too much because I wear my heart rate on my sleeve. So how do we apply to this?
He's held some part-time jobs, but right now is between work.
If you put another person with much better circumstance beside me, which one do you think would turn out better?
Brophy often finds himself coming to home base in Richmond Hill. The drop-in center is run by 360 kids and helps with a meal.
We have our dress shirts, we have khakis, dress pants,
and even clean clothes for job interviews.
A lot of employers categorize youth based on a stigma of, the way they dress, or they categorize them, they're too young, they can't hold down a job.
The center also offers job placement programs, but Samji says the challenge is finding willing employers.
They don't want to take on a youth because they're worried about all the training and they got to run a business.
In a new report launched today, CivicAction says the private sector needs to bridge the gap. It's proposing a regional mentorship body, pooling together the work of smaller groups.
This is about scaling up some great efforts that have been taking place, but frankly adding the private sector leverage, assets and resources to the equation.
She says the program needs to especially target minority and at-risk youth, where unemployment is above 20%.
This is not necessarily about reinventing the wheel. This is about making the wheel spin faster.
One company at today's report launch is Cisco Systems. They're bringing a successful U.S. program to Canada called NPower. It's a 17-week academy. The training is designed by businesses, with grads receiving internships afterwards.
If we make this kind of commitment and we give those high potential kids a good kickstart right out of the door, we think that they're set for life.
CivicAction is also partnering with career website LinkedIn to better connect youth and business. Brophy is excited about what this could bring.
Just given the opportunity, some of these people could be better than anything you've ever seen.
Now, the need for jobs is quite real. It was estimated by 2016 there will be 106,000 IT jobs that need to be filled, and programs like NPower can make sure that a lot of the youth we talked about could be front of the line for those jobs.
A lot of people need that work. And Stephen, when can we see this program actually roll out?
Well, NPower, they're hoping, they're recruiting right now, and they're hoping to have it start in November. And some big name companies have already signed up, including Cisco, TD Bank, Accenture, as well as RBC. As well, there's also the programs, a mentorship program that CivicAction wants to start. They're hoping to do that next year, with $375,000 kicked in by the federal government or the provincial government today.
Yeah, hopefully that'll make a difference. Thanks for that, Stephen.